welcome to a brief discussion with Suffolk Coastal District Councillor Richard Kerry, a dear friend of mine that I've known for many years, and he is joining me today to talk about various different subjects. First off, good morning Richard, how are you?
Good morning, very well Sarah, thank you.
I hear you've been very busy.
Yes, we have been.
When are you not?
Yes, I've been the chairman now since the end of May, and with me and my wife Tanya have been very busy doing official functions for the council and enjoying everything. It's very good, it's very enjoyable. Yes, it's very nice.
Not as scary as you initially thought.
No, it's a privilege to do it actually, it's an honour and a privilege, very, very proud thing to do, I think.
Have you had any holidays?
No holidays. No, we haven't. We'll have our holidays in May, after the end of May next year when we've finished our year.
Because the social engagements, I think monthly, you've got things coming all the time.
Yeah, this week I've got Friday, Sunday, I've got the Gilbert and Sullivan Society for Felixstowe COB at the Spa on Sunday, and we're at Kesgrave for the Kesgrave Town Council reception on Friday evening.
Brilliant.
And then the next Friday we've got Felixstowe Mayor's Carol service in the church at Walton. So yes.
Very busy.
Yes, and then I've got my own carol service on the 19th and Jeremy Pembroke's carol service the same day after mine. So
straight from one to the other then.
Yes.
So let's talk shop for a little while. The pier, I think, is the one thing that
yes, absolutely. Yes,
fabulous.
Absolutely, a welcome development for Felixstowe. We've been talking for years about the pier bite, etc. And the chap who owns it has put his money where his mouth is, so to speak, and he's going to redevelop the pier. And as I understand it, there'll be a conference centre for 250 that can be turned into a theatre for 250. So that's just a win-win for Felixstowe.
Well,
it's a win-win.
Well, there's always that question of where can we go to do something.
Yes,
there's never enough venues in the town.
No.
The promise of a conference centre is just fantastic.
Absolutely.
That initially was supposed to be the leisure centre many years back, but that never got really round to it, did it?
No.
Sadly, we lost the pier pavilion.
Yes.
Didn't quite get what we were after.
No.
But with the pier, how is everybody else going to address that as a development? Because obviously the whole infrastructure of marketing Felixstowe is going to have to change. I mean, what's Suffolk Coastal doing about it?
Suffolk Coastal, we've just got with Jeff, who holds the portfolio for economic and leisure activities. We've just had a scrutiny meeting where we're moving the TIC in Woodbridge from the station up to the library. And instead of producing the brochure, what we used to do, we're now marketing and we're going online because everybody with smartphone apps, etc., etc. The future is not the brochure, the future is smartphones, tablets, etc. So we're now promoting the whole of Suffolk Coastal mainly via the internet, which is the way forward. And I think that the new strapline for Felixstowe, I think, is a great place by the sea. Before that was port, resort, or whatever, you know, but I think we've got to look at it, and we don't, the port's there, yes, it's there, but we want to get people down because we have a resort with a fantastic pier when that's been developed.
There has been a lot more footfall for tourism this year. I've been just hearing whispers that there seems to be more coach tours coming back again. I think that strapline has actually helped.
Yeah, it has. I think at the end of the day, I, as a person, I go on holiday in this country now. I just can't be dealing with airports anymore, and we've got a wonderful country here, and that's just, you need to draw people here. Southwold has its pier. The Southwold pier draws people to Southwold.
Yes.
You know, because they go there, they hear about it, and I think the Felixstowe one can only draw people in because if it's got a lovely restaurant there, we need more, perhaps another restaurant in Felixstowe. And so the other people then have to sharpen their pen a bit and perhaps make their offer better. Because they get complacent if they're there. If one person owns one or two thimmybobs, they haven't got the competition there.
Because you've also got the overhaul of the whole area. I mean, a lot of people have just said, you know, we've got the money coming in for the spa redevelopment, but then obviously the spa pavilion itself is still very much. You've got the
£2.5 million for the gardens, which is going to be done for the spa end. And if that draws people there, you've got the old North Sea Hotel. Some developer might think, hang on a minute, people are flocking down here. We can turn that back into bed space.
Because that is the only thing
that does.
That old building.
It's horrible.
It just looks awful.
Yeah, it does.
It almost is crying out for someone to just like have it.
Absolutely. That is.
It's going to cost a fortune to redevelop it anyway, so just have it. I mean, the spa itself, rumours has it, there's lots of different things going forwards. Do you know anything more about the spa?
The only thing I know about the spa is Suffolk Coastal have put it on the open market for a London agent, and that has gone up for sale.
And that's as far as it's gone.
And at the end of the day, the money that needs to be spent on it to bring it up to a modern 900-seater theatre, let's be honest, can we fill a 900-seater theatre in Felixstowe? I think them days have gone.
Yes.
If that was a 350, fine, but I think 900, no.
I mean, it needs to reflect the pier as well. There's going to be a point when whoever takes the Spa Pavilion on says, right, okay, the pier has got this facility where we could have a theatre in there.
You know,
what can we do with the Spa Pavilion?
Look at the size of the Wolsey, the new Wolsey in Ipswich.
That's 80-seater, isn't it?
No, the new Wolsey's 400, I think.
400?
Yeah, but that gets packed, that's 400. We're looking at Felixstowe, 900 plus seats.
I mean, the recent Alice in Wonderland production, they were selling, I think it was about 500 maximum on one night.
Yeah,
so,
which is good.
Which is a good
But that still leaves half the auditorium empty.
Yeah,
you know, and that's a big old place when half of it's empty.
So I really think come 2016, we're going to have a totally different seafront.
I think we will. I think, you know, to be honest, I hope someone does come in and say, oh, we will turn, well, you know, like they did at the Wellington Pier, was in the Arnold that Jim Davison bought.
Yeah.
But you've got too much competition with the Regent, who bring in quality acts. The quality acts don't come to Felixstowe. I don't know why. You'd have to ask the people who manage the why they don't bring them.
Do you think that's down to the management of it all?
I don't know. I don't know. Jimmy Carr came down, and I think you couldn't buy a ticket for love of the money. So doesn't that tell you something? Why don't you attract people like the calibre of Jimmy Carr down, and on a one night, and he's going to sell 900 seats? But the things they get, I think they get that they major on. Tribute acts,
and even the children's facilities there. I mean, when the pier is built, they're obviously going to be marketing that space to the hill, and it wouldn't be surprising if they start to bring big acts down to the pier, and then it calls into question how they bring the whole seafront together.
Exactly, but the thing that you've probably got the best restaurant with the best vista on the whole of the seafront, but the actual kitchen facilities are just not up to scratch. You couldn't produce top quality nosh in the kitchen you've got. No. But the vista out of that window's fantastic.
I mean, that's one thing that I think if anyone took the pier on with the Spa Pavilion at the end of it, say to the Spa Pavilion guys, keep that restaurant.
Yeah, that's
I think encourage that as
absolutely. I think that's the big selling point. It's the restaurant, but you can't produce the quality food because you haven't got the facilities to do it. That's where the money needs to be spent. And the district council has got to think about the whole of the district, not just one part of it. And would the people in Oxford want to see their council tax spent on a facility in Felixstowe that they wouldn't go and visit?
Precisely.
That's very, very difficult.
Do you think Felixstowe's lost out a little bit with some of the spending from the council over the last?
I don't know. You've got to have something where everybody gets a little bit. That's the problem. Is you can Felixstowe is the 4th largest town in the county. It should deserve a bit of money, but when they redeveloped Lowestoft, they got all their money off the European Union because that was a place of depravity. So they qualified for big chunks of European money, which funded a lot of the development up in Lowestoft. Felixstowe, it's got a lottery fund for the gardens. Was there other things they could apply for? But
that's the question.
They also have a town council who could look towards what they could do. We can all sit back and think, oh well, let's have a coastal pick up that bill, but there comes a time when central government have cut our funding as a district council. We have to look to cut our funding, and you have to give a quality of service across the piece. You know, in the round, can you treat Felixstowe any different to Wenniston? Who knows?
You can't really say either way.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Yes, perhaps the majority of the money should go there, but you've got the people of Leiston and Saxmundham going, hang on a minute, we could do with a bit of that money. So there we are.
I mean, it's the tourism in general around this area. You go. I mean, I go all over the place, and one thing that I do see quite regularly is the lack of Felixstowe presence in other towns. You go and you see brochures for come and visit this place, come and visit this place. You just don't see Felixstowe. No, I'm hoping that this will actually spur
I think
a bigger campaign.
You know, as I said, with the internet, smartphone apps and things, the way forward has got to be electronic advertising of Felixstowe. You're still going to get your pensioners come down and stay at the Marlborough on the bus. I don't think that will ever go away. No. But you've got to get the younger people down, and you've got to give them a product. When we get the new pier online, there's your product for Felixstowe. That's what you've got to major on. At the moment, you haven't got a lot.
No, you haven't. Brilliant. Well,
lovely.
That answers the question.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Richard.
No problem.